Strawberries are one of the most valuable commodities in California. Still, it is one of the most difficult types of produce to grow because of its high costs and delicate nature. Let's say these are the strawberries produced by a plant in one harvest. Almost half of these will not be picked because of their less than perfect size, shape, or color. Some of these will get lost during transportation mainly because of water loss or bruising. Finally, a few would be lost because of overstocking in the grocery stores and some in the back of your fridge. More food is wasted at the household level than at any other part of the chain. And with every strawberry that doesn't get eaten comes the wasted water to grow it, the wasted gas to transport it, the methane it emits while it rots and crowds landfills. According to a local grower from the San Diego County, most years they are happy to break even with their strawberry production. So, how do we overcome this massive financial problem for smaller berry growers and minimize the food wastage that comes with growing berries in California? To try and minimize wastage at all the levels of the supply chain, I've developed an edible vacuum sealing packet for strawberries. It can be frozen and is targeted towards strawberries that wouldn't usually get picked. It's an edible bioplastic made using unused strawberries, plant-based gelatin, and glycerol. You could throw it in with the packet directly into the blender for a smoothie or mix it for your tart. This method of packing is considerably more expensive, and as per my understanding, it can't compete with the price and reliability of blister packets. So, how can this packet be better contextualized? Food waste is a big problem in California, but in contrast, 1 in 5 Californians are food insecure. This problem right now is tackled largely through co-ops and gleaning organizations that rely very heavily on the cooperation of field owners. So what is gleaning? Gleaning is the act of collecting leftover crops from farmers' fields after they have been commercially harvested or on fields where it is not economically profitable to harvest. I think it's a beautiful way of tackling food waste, and while it is legal in California, it is not a right like in some parts of Europe. Here, commercial growers must prevent unauthorized access to their fields to escape a range of liabilities. Recently, California's new food and safety law, which went into effect in January 2015, now specifically calls out gleaning organizations for their health and safety code. It authorizes local governments to require a community food producer, commercial or non-commercial, to register and to label the donated food with the name and address of the farm or garden of origin. This has made it significantly harder for gleaning organizations like Village Harvest to source the food. I have made an edible container for food, specifically strawberries, that would also help with the shelf life of these fruits. So, how can this container or packet be contextualized in a way to improve cleaning efforts in California? This is a systemic problem and it requires a systemic solution, and to understand this solution, we have to understand the stakeholders in it and their incentives. You have the local berry growers, the food banks or gleaning organizations, the retail grocery shops, and you, the consumer. The packets would be provided by the gleaning organizations to the berry farmers. In exchange, the berry farmers would let them glean their fields after harvest. This incentivizes the organization to produce these packets and help the berry producer move more of their berries, which would otherwise end up in a landfill. The packets would then be sold at a retail shop, which is looking to target a newer market and newer audiences. But the system is completely dependent on you, the consumer who buys these berries and indirectly helps these organizations. So, what incentivizes you to buy this so-called ugly produce? Places like Misfits Market and Imperfect Foods are already trying to help growers sell their produce that doesn't make it to retail, but they operate at a small scale and target a very specific consumer because of their high costs. A system like this would only be successful if we changed our outlook towards what we consider edible. We shouldn't need specialized markets for ugly produce. We need a mindset where the strawberry doesn't need to be perfect red or the perfect shape.